Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name's Mike Anastasia, and with me today, Nick.
Oh.
Brandon.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about games and things.
Things that are games.
Yeah, well, the big things this week are Mario Kart 8 DLC.
Yeah, there you go.
Like 1,000 years in the making.
That's
Finally
true.
came around.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, other things.
I don't really care anyway.
You don't care about Mario Kart?
No, about the other things.
Oh, I say, you're being so nasty right now.
No, I haven't
Don't
played
talk
Mario
down
Kart
on
DLC.
Mario Kart.
No, I would definitely play it if I had money, but I am currently a poor boy.
I thought you had the expansion pass from someone.
No, I didn't buy the expansion pass for Nintendo Switch Online.
No, I thought you were like on like a family plan with someone.
He didn't buy it either. We decided against it once we saw how bad the emulators were.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later in this episode.
Okay.
But before that, we're talking about Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
DLC.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's great. I liked it. I was very happy.
That's awesome.
With what it is. Yeah, I think that the levels look better than what I think people were expecting them to. And also some of the old levels, I kind of liked how they like changed things up a little bit too. Like Choco Mountain, I think they gave like a bit more like life to, because it's like when you drive through like the mountain, it's not like you just instantly come out the other side. You're like inside it for a little bit. There's like a little jump section. Like, I don't know, like nice little things like that. Like, I thought it worked really nice.
Yeah, those maps are cool. Those are
yeah.
Cool. Do you feel, Mike? Because I feel like this. Every track that they've included from Mario Kart Tour, which is a whopping 3 of them, all fucking suck.
I don't think they suck.
I thought about it.
Name one good one.
No, I didn't say they were like good. I just don't think that they suck. Like, there are courses that I definitely think are worse. I don't love the Ninja one. I will say that.
Ninja Hideaway is ass.
Yeah, I don't like Ninja Hideaway. I like the Paris and the Tokyo ones. Partly because I've been to both those cities, so I'm kind of like, oh, this is kind of reminiscent of when I was there. But they're not particularly exciting tracks. They're kind of boring.
Well, you know what's funny? We were playing the Paris one last night with my friends, and my buddy was driving behind me, and he had a bomb in his hand, and we were drifting past the Arc du Triomphe, and I was like, there's something funny about this. The fact that you have an explosive device, and we're going through the Arc du Triomphe, and we're just violating so many laws.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I do like the tracks. Coconut Mall is as beautiful as the day I left her.
Yeah, fucking love Coconut Mall.
But I will say, these tracks feel like they get done quicker than the other ones. Would you like... And it's like, I don't even know why that is, because like there's some tracks from like the core game that like aren't much longer in terms of comparison's sake. Like, I know like Moo Moo Meadows is a pretty short track, but like, I don't know, they just all... Like, I feel like I can get done done the Golden Dash Cup inside of like 5 minutes, I feel.
Yeah, they're not terribly... Like, I agree. They don't feel very long. I don't know if it's just, like, the amount... Like, because you gotta think, though. Like, we've played Mario Kart 8 for so long now. Like, these are new courses, but not new mechanics. Yeah. So it's, like, you're not getting, like, reused to the game or learning new mechanics. You're like, I already know how to do this. I can fucking fly through these. Like, I think the first time I played it, I did, like, 100cc. And obviously, I blitzed it. Like, that was, like, nothing. And then the second time I did 200cc, and I got a gold trophy on my first try in both courses. But I think, like, what was it? I think I didn't get, like, 1 star. Like, I got, like, 0 stars in, like, one of them, because I got, like, 6th one time in one of the shitty courses. And then I did fine in the rest. So, it's not like they're, like, particularly difficult once you know what you're doing, and they're not, like I said, I think the length is just because of familiarity of them, because I feel like the Ninja course alone feels like a really long course to me.
That one feels long, but I think it only feels long because like
it sucks.
One, it sucks, but like I don't know, like those tracks in particular, like the tour tracks feel like they were made for you to lose. Because of like what Mario Kart Tour is, which is like just a money sink kind of a game. So like I feel like the the overall design for those tracks were to make them just like frustratingly difficult, and like not that it's like a hard track to race, but like in specific, Ninja Hideaway has some really weird knee jerk turns that
Yeah.
like I found myself flying off the map a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the courses. I like the older courses remade a bit better than the tour
Yeah,
courses. I think that's what you're leading towards, and I agree with that. Not that they're necessarily bad. Like I think it's a nice part of the package. I just hope they don't lean too heavily on them. Like I'm way more excited to
yeah.
see like the older classes redone than new ones. Like I'm
Well,
really hoping for like Waluigi Pinball.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of courses that haven't necessarily had the spotlight in the past. So like, yeah, Waluigi Pinball coming back would be fucking great. Um, and then like some of the other ones from like, I guess what was the one for GBA? What was the one?
Oh, I hate that one. I don't
Yeah,
remember
but
what it's
like
called.
the courses though,
Oh,
courses.
like what the Game Boy
Yeah.
game's called?
What I really want, actually, in terms of courses, because I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it Toadstool Highway from Double Dash?
Toadstool Highway. Wait, are you talking about Toad Highway?
Hold on, let me see.
Because like Toad Highway is from '64.
Double, the one in my mind in specific. I'm trying to think if I'm remembering the stage correctly. That one's in the game already. No, it's the other. What's the other one? Fuck, because this one's like during daytime.
I think there's like a Daisy one, right?
Oh, the Daisy cruise ship.
I think there's another Daisy one.
I forget what the name of the one that I'm thinking of in particular is called. Um, Mushroom Bridge, maybe?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Mushroom Bridge. Mushroom Bridge would be a good one to bring back, as well as like Daisy Cruiser, because that hasn't like I haven't seen that in a while.
Uh,
Um,
Daisy Cruiser was leaked apparently in like something.
Jurassic Jungle.
Oh, I like Jurassic
Yeah,
Jungle.
Jurassic Jungle. Double Dash had a lot of heat, except for Baby Park. Baby Park fucking sucks. Baby Park should
I
be
love Baby Park. That's my favorite course.
fuck Baby Park.
I fucking love Baby Park. I think part of it's just the music though. It's like my favorite like Mario Kart music.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from like Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall is also one of my favorite Mario
And the
Kart music.
Mushroom Bridge goes hard, so I like to see that come back.
I think some other ones that there was a bunch that like so there was let me pull up the leak. Let's see, Mario Kart DLC leak. So apparently like so they data mined it. It wasn't like specifically like, hey, we just found these tracks. It was more like, hey, we found these
Oh,
pictures.
they found the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pulling it up right now. If this website loads. It was Sydney Sprint, LA Laps. So those would both be like Mario Kart Tour. Koopa Cape, Mario Circuit, Rainbow Road 3DS, Wario Stadium, New York Minutes. That'd be another tour. Vanilla Lake, which I think was an SNES one. Maple Treeway, which was a Wii one. Sunset Wilds, I don't know. Vancouver Velocity, that one's tour. Merry
Interestingly enough,
Mountain.
there's
Yeah.
a video showing like each cup's system, like corresponding map to the system, like GBA or
Yeah.
GameCube or whatever.
Mhm.
Every single cup has a Mario Kart tour map.
Yeah.
Every single
And
one.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I was like Merry Mountain, Shy Guy Bazaar, DK Summit, and Rainbow Road Wii.
Ooh, DK Summit would be fucking great.
I know. I love DK Summit's a great one. I like did I see it? Maple Treeway is another one I really like too. So that would be a fun one as well.
That'd be good to have back.
Mm-hmm. I really want I don't think it's in 8, the Koopa Beach from the 64. I always love that one.
That was a good one, yeah.
But like I said, Waluigi Pinball, that one's high up on my list. So I don't know. A lot of people are using like, how did they do it? Like it was like speculation based on like what Mario Kart Tour already has, because it seems like the list that has been pulling from has been like courses that are already on or announced for Mario Kart Tour. So it seems to be like those are the ones that they're expecting. So it's possible. I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They'll be coming out over the next year. So
Yes. So it's
really 2 years. I said through
I
2023.
think to the end of 23. So I mean that means there's 6 of them total, right? Is that how many it is?
1, 2, what, cups?
Yeah.
1,
Or
2,
is it
3, 4,
12?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so there's 12, and we got the first 2. So if we go through, and I guess, let's say, for whatever sake, we get 2 every time they release, because I imagine that we will.
Yeah,
It'll
so that'd
probably
be
be
like
like
6 drops total. So that means every 4 months.
yeah, every 4 months we'll get 2 new cups.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
March now, so July, which makes sense. They'll probably be like E3-ish time.
Yeah,
They'll be like, hey, here it is. Here's what your next ones are. Even though I don't think there's E3 this year. But yeah.
No, Aether's gone again this year.
Yeah. Probably gone forever at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing they'll probably still do like a June kind of blitz like usual.
yeah.
And yeah, that's probably when we'll see. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm really happy with these. I do agree with you. Like it, I think that's the thing that kind of sucks with it. It's like, hey, here's 8 new courses for a game that you've played the shit out of. It's gonna take you like 5 minutes to finish all of them,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, that's cool, and then that's it. And it's like just back to waiting again. I mean, it will be excellent when they're all out. If you still are interested in playing it again at that point, or you pull it at a party, be like, hey, do you want to play some Mario Kart? There's a shit ton of courses now, but yeah, I don't know. I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, I love it too. I mean, I always love playing. I go through these phases of like me and my friends will play Mario Kart for like a couple of weeks, then we'll like let it simmer, and then we'll come back to it. So
Yeah, as one should. Um, that's all I got to say about Mario Kart. I don't know if you have anything else.
yeah, I have nothing else to say about Mario Kart.
Okay. Do you play anything else?
Did I play anything else?
Yeah.
Did I play anything else? I feel like I did. Maybe not. Let me think. No,
That
no, I did not.
was definitely like a poop strain.
It's a thinking pause.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, I need some Miralax.
No, I don't really play much of anything else. Did I watch anything? No, I didn't watch anything. Yeah, no, I just no, nothing. Nothing.
All right, I'll talk about my things then.
Do it.
So speaking of the emulation on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, I played Paper Mario this week. I know this isn't the first Nintendo 64 expansion pack game I've talked about.
Okay.
So, like I said, I played Ocarina of Time through it. I thought it played well, especially with the N64 controller, because I feel like that's kind of a trip. It's weird playing through these games.
Oh, I
on the
don't doubt that
controller.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah, what they're originally intended for. Paper Mario looks great. I think the graphics style like lends itself well to it.
Mhm.
And I waited long enough that they patched the game so it shouldn't crash when you're playing with WAD anymore, which was appealing to me. So I started playing because I was like, oh, I loved Paper Mario, like the 64 one. It's a great game. And so I was like, oh, this will be a fun little thing to play through until, I don't know, Kirby or whatever comes out next.
Mhm.
So I think it's great. It holds up really well. But speaking of emulation issues, I can talk about my favorite one. And I warned about this one in the past. But oh, did it get me this time. And it made me so angry. So we talked about how the N64 emulator, it
Mhm.
only, how do I put this? It only writes your saves to like data when the app is closed down.
Mm.
So when you close it, it saves them to data, and then everyone's happy, and time can go on. However, if it crashes, then it does not save it to data, and you can only go back to the last save that you made prior to closing the app.
Okay.
So, for example, the other day when I played the app for 2 hours and it crashed for no fucking reason, I lost 2 hours of progress despite
Oh.
saving many times in between. And that was also after 2 boss battles, which
All right
really
then.
pissed me off. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Like, it's horrible. Like, I don't know why they made it so it only, like, writes your saves when the app is closed down. That is, like, there better be a technical issue for it, because it's like, that was almost rage inducing. So it's like, oh, yeah, and it, like, I didn't even do anything for it to crash. I was just in the middle of a battle and I finished it, and then it just crashed.
All
And
right
so that's
then.
that's the end.
That
And I was
sounds
like,
awful.
yeah, and I turned it back up, and I was like, that's weird that it doesn't have that I got this last star. And then I like clicked in my mind, and I was like, no,
Okay.
no. And I opened it up, and it was the last time I opened it up 2 hours prior. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. So that sucks. But other than that, it's fine. I think that's fine for Paper Mario. The emulator's fine. So I don't have major issues. The other big complaints about the game that I saw online is I guess the pause menu is a bit slow, but I guess it's just kind of like a known issue. Just across, like a game that was never particularly fast, even on the N64 one. So there's that. It doesn't really have any graphical issues that I've seen. It runs pretty well otherwise. Yeah, so I mean it's good. I guess they did go through and patch the Ocarina of Time. Like I guess they fixed the fog finally too. So that's there. It's 6 months later. You can check that out. And F-Zero is supposed to be decent aside from the frame rate.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. F-Zero is decent except for the part that makes it F-Zero. Oh, okay.
F-Zero's not a frame rate game, Brandon.
Yes, it absolutely is. It is one of the fastest racing games that there is in existence.
It's so fast. It's just not take a bunch of frames.
What? Fine. It's going fast, but it's missing frames. That's
not okay.
That's not okay. Like, there's some things where it's like, oh yeah, Paper Mario RPG, it's got bad frame rate or it's missing frames. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, a racing game where the point of the game is to go fast and do it fast. Yeah, sometimes it misses frames. Then it's not good. Like, what the fuck?
I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you how bad it is. I just heard that like the N64 game, I guess, ran at like a spotless frame rate.
Yes, it did. That was why it was such a good game. You had like 64 players on screen, and it ran at like 60 FPS.
No, it did not have 64 players on screen.
What was that? The GameCube one? I'm thinking.
No.
I'm thinking of the
GameCube one. Did
GameCube? Yeah, no. GameCube had a lot of players on screen.
They had a lot of players. They both do. But I want to say it's like 20 or so. Like it's not 60 something.
F-Zero. Let's see. F-Zero. Okay, here we go. Fuck, I want to know how many players there were. 30. 30? 30? Wait, let me see.
90.
Wiki says 30.
Huh?
So the wiki says 30.
Yeah, I think it is 30. Okay.
Yeah, Wikipedia says, in GP race, the player raced against 29 opponents. So.
GX, you mean? Isn't
This is X I'm looking at.
Wait. X is 30?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's the GameCube one? I'm pretty sure the GameCube's higher then.
I think it's the same, to be honest.
Yeah, there were 30 in the N64 one.
Yep, and Wiki says GX has 30 as well.
Okay. I just doubled it. My mistake. Sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
It ran at 4K.
Huh?
It ran at 4K.
It
120 frames.
In the arcade mode,
anyway,
29 as well.
Okay. All right. So we're looking at 30 apiece in both of them, but they're so fast. How fast is F-Zero frame rate in 64? 60. Yeah, I was right. It is 60 FPS. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And solid non-stuttery.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have my Switch next to me. I mean, I guess I can look at it right now. I can give you look live hands on and see, because I've not booted it up yet. It could be wild, Brandon. Let's see, F-Zero-X. There's a Nintendo 64. Yeah, no, Vahum. Let's go to standard. Okay. What are the Jack Cup? Mute City. All right, Blue Falcon. All right, so far so good. Very solid frame rate.
It looks like many people are saying it has to do with booster pads, and it drops to like the 40s sometimes.
Like where you refresh your health?
I guess. I have no idea.
Yeah, I can see a little stuttery.
Yeah, but you also can't see frame rate. So if you could see frame rate, that's not good.
This was not like, this is me looking for it though.
Yeah, but you don't ever notice it even when.
Yeah, but I don't usually look for it. Like this one, it doesn't it's not.
Yeah, but if you notice it, that means it's actually running at like fucking 24 FPS or some shit.
I can tell you it's not running at 20. It's like I said, it maybe slows down a little bit, but it's not least in this course, is not making it unplayable.
This game, you got to go fast. Also, the Switch, which is hardware that is much more powerful than
How do I
the
boost?
Nintendo 64. I can't go fast.
How do I boost? I don't know. How do I use my things? Nope, not that button. No. Was that one? No. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're boosting, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, I just think, I don't know. It's not, it seems like it holds its frame rate pretty well. Oh, there's a little stutter.
It seems like,
It holds
oh.
the frame rate pretty. Oh no.
But it's not crazy. Like, isn't that like, oh my god, I cannot play this game crazy.
Listen, all right, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I really do. But this is an N64 game. This is an N64 game. It shouldn't have any issues.
Yeah.
And if you're going to blame it on emulation, there are emulators that already exist that do way better than Nintdo's official Nintendo 64 emulator.
Oh,
so if
I'm not disagreeing with
Nintendo
you,
isn't
Brandon.
good at emulating their own games, then what the fuck are they good at?
Oh, it'll be good. It'll be good at emulation in like 6 months when they patch it like 20 times.
No, they'll be good at emulation in the next after 2 console generations because it's going to take them that long to figure it out, just like online, which they still haven't figured out.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
they'll
sure
have
F64
online by then.
I'm pretty sure F-Zero played better on the Wii and Wii U.
Yeah,
You're probably right.
because the Wii's.
I think this is a new issue.
Yeah, a new issue because the Switch is garbage.
It's obviously it's not the Switch's fault if they could do it.
No,
on
it
the
is.
previous gen.
No, it's literally the Switch's fault if they could do it on the previous gen. They don't know how to.
No,
They
That's not-
forgot
that's
how to
not- it's-
program.
It's the
They forgot how to
developer,
program.
I
not
don't
the
think-
Switch.
I don't think it's actually the Switch's fault as much as it's Nintendo's fault for not using the same emulator that they used on past systems.
Yeah.
The Switch can run the emulator. Nintendo just shit the bed and were like, hey, what if we just got a new emulator for no fucking reason, even though they ran great on the Wii and the Wii U?
Well, that and they're fucking with Lua a lot too.
Yeah.
Like that's what caused the issue in Paper Mario where it would crash because they had like new lines of code in. So yeah, like I mean, it's definitely a developer issue. It's a more powerful system. They're using a new emulator, and I think part of it too is they're like we're rushing to get it out there so they can be like, well, look at all this value.
Listen, the Steam Deck emulates N64 games better than the fucking Switch.
I don't
Because
disagree.
it has a better emulator.
Yeah, I know, and like that emulator that is on the Steam Deck, which is the one that's made by fans, is better than the official Nintendo stuff. Like
Yeah.
Nintendo needs to get their
more,
shit
Brandon.
together.
But it has nothing to do with the system.
Yeah.
Like
Nintendo needs to get their shit together. That's my main point, I guess.
I mean,
That's
you're
fine.
right.
Yeah.
You're definitely right.
Nobody's disagreeing with you on that, Brandon. Like the emulators should be better, but it's like I said, they keep rushing this stuff out. Well, because they're in like that new video game mentality where they're like, "Hey, let's put it out and fix it later."
Yeah.
Not let's make sure it's working properly first, and then fix it.
I think Nintendo. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest about like my thoughts on Nintendo right now. I don't think there's so much on the new video game mentality of let's put it out and fix it later, as they have now realized that Nintendo fans will buy anything and defend them, so they don't give a shit. I really feel like they're just lazy at
Yeah,
this
but if
point.
that was the case, then they wouldn't have had gone through and fixed these issues afterwards. Like,
well, when people
like,
start bitching about them, if people wouldn't have bitched about them, I guarantee you nothing would have
Okay.
been done.
nobody cares about the fucking fog in Ocarina of Time. Like, I'm sure, I'm sure it's nice to be there, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, I could not play Ocarina of Time because the fog is not there. No, it's like it's a nice atmospheric detail, but it's not a game breaker. Like, you could make a case for the F-Zero frame rate. I could get behind that one. But if you're gonna be like the fog in Ocarina of Time is the reason I'm not playing it, like that's not a good reason. It's lazy, and they've gone back and fixed it, but they had no incentive to fix it other than like, hey, let's fix our mess that we made and make this better, so people stop bitching about it. I mean, is the fog really that big of a deal?
I mean, if it looks as bad as it looks, kinda.
But
I mean,
N64 games all look bad. N64 does not age well.
my point is, it looks worse than the N64, and when your
No,
game looks
I don't disagree. Well,
when your
yes
game
and
looks
no.
worse than the N64 on newer hardware, on your newer emulator, you fuck something up.
It rides. This emulator rides a weird line where it's like some things look really nice because it does have the up-resing. Like I said, Paper Mario I think looks great. And it definitely looks better than the last time I played it. I think on the Wii emulator, I want to say. And Zelda, like it's such a weird kind of thing because it's like, yeah, obviously it's not gonna look. It looks nicer than the N64 does because it does have the resolution bump, but then it was missing some things like the fog, but it's like that's only in certain areas. So it's like, okay, well, if you're in like the water temple, yeah, big difference. But if you're in like, I don't know, the rest of the water temple, you wouldn't know any different. It's weird. I don't know. Like I won't come out here and say it's like a great emulator. It's not. And it's not like, but it's not, I don't know. They could do better. I don't disagree. And I really hate that they're still like fucking trickling this shit out because there's no reason for that. Just put all your games out and deal with it. So I don't know. And fix that fucking bug I just talked about. Because that would piss me off. That's ridiculous. That's horrible. I don't even think that would happen on an emulator, like a normal one.
It wouldn't. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah. I don't even think it would happen on like the Super Nintendo emulator or the NES emulator on the system. I think it's N64 specific.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I replayed Super Metroid on the Switch emulator and it felt fine.
Yeah, it looks great.
I think it's specifically that, but it also could be the same thing from before because I don't think it was. It was when they put out was it the Super Nintendo Classic? Or no, that was PlayStation. Remember when PlayStation put out their thing and it had like it was like the UK versions?
Up. Yeah. They fucked up because they had the wrong thing here. Hertz refresh rate. Yeah. Well, if I recall correctly, the Hertz rate on NES, Super Nintendo, and maybe in 64 was different, but I don't know. But I know.
I want to say like the N64 one, they gave the European.
Yeah, I think N64 was a different hertz rate, but I don't think Super Nintendo or NES was.
Yeah, and I think I want to say in the N64 one, I'm pretty sure they gave the European option, like the option of playing the 60 or like the 50 hertz versions.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how fair of a point that is, but that does make sense. Depending on what version they're using, they could be fucking up that way, actually. But
I think in the US one, it's just the one. I think in Europe, they get the option because it's like, would you rather have the better refresh rate, which you probably will, or would you rather have the version that you're more familiar with localization-wise? So,
yeah.
It's like half one way, 6 another. However that phrase goes. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
There's still 3 currently announced N64 games that I assume will be trickled out over the next 3 months. Which are what? Pokemon Snap, Kirby, and Mario Golf. So those are the ones that we know. We don't know.
Mario Golf is a really good game.
Yeah.
Huh?
I like Mario Golf.
Me too. So hopefully they don't fuck that one up.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. And then I don't know, that rumor of the GoldenEye coming out. They're still saying it's just around the corner. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's all I got to talk about for N64 stuff.
Okay.
I don't know anything else. So you want to talk about what you got, Brandon?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
So I played through and beat Nobody Saves the World 100%. First game I've 100% in a while. Did it all on stream. It was a very good game. I mentioned this before with the people that did Guacamelee. It's a very Legend of Zelda-esque top-down isometric game, but you can also do things such as transforms into different characters, sort of like Banjo-Kazooie, that sort of deal. It's very good. Highly recommend it. It's on Game Pass. And I mean, I went from finishing it in 26 hours to finishing it in 6 or 8. I don't remember. But anyway, the second playthrough
for speedrun.
Yeah. And the only reason it took so long was because my friend I was playing it with was drunk as fuck, and we kept having disconnecting issues. So there was that. And then I guess we mentioned before a podcast, and you made me remember. I played the new season of Fortnite.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you remember
Huh?
You're a psycho.
I play it with my
that?
friends.
Okay.
I have
know.
friends that play it, and I've invested so much money into it already. It's kind of like one of those cases where it's like, do I stop playing this? And after last season, I kind of felt that way. I was like, I don't really want to play that. And then I see this season, it's like, yeah, so we removed building, and I was like, hold up, what? So it's just a third person shooter now, and in a way, it is. But they've introduced. See, Fortnite does this thing where they always kind of shoot themselves in the foot, no matter what good thing they do. And in this case, they may have removed building, which makes the game feel fresh and interesting. Because now it feels like third person Apex Legends at this point. But they've now, because like you even have like the zip lines where you go into like battleships that are in the air and that sort of thing, and then you can like fight for the loot inside those ships and whatnot. Like the airships, like from Apex Legends. Yeah. So yeah, all that's kind of cool and it's neat and it's fun. But the problem is they changed the guns that are in this season, and they're not really good. They're really not that good. So they have an AUG, which allows you to aim down sights and actually go into first person view. They have a sniper rifle, which obviously allows you to do that. And then everything else just kind of sucks, in my opinion. And it's kind of like one of those cases where it's like, oh yeah, you did something really new and interesting by removing the building options, but and you added parkour to it, which is kind of neat and actually a lot of fun. Where like if you like double jump and that sort of thing, and then hold space, you'll mantle like walls. So like you can jump up against a wall and then hold space while you're doing that, and you'll be able to climb on top of buildings, so you can like get around a lot faster. And they added a sprint button, for like actually like super speed sprinting, that sort of deal, like from other games in general that are battle royales that don't have the building mechanic. And the game feels good and it's been a lot of fun to play, but I feel like it's just like I said, the gun selection is just not that good, and it kind of sucks that they did that. But everything else is a lot of fun, so I've been enjoying that with friends because I just keep playing that with friends no matter what. And then I finally watched Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how'd you like
We
it?
talked about that last week.
I really liked it quite
Good.
a lot. It was very good. I'm surprised they pulled that off as
Yeah.
well as they did.
Yep.
I think that's the thing that that had me most impressed with the film. Like, I liked the movie. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a great movie. I loved the characters that came back. Can I actually talk about this now? Like, is this a movie I can talk about now?
I was gonna say, on the official channels, they have shown all of the big things that were spoiled.
Okay.
So I mean, I feel like that's okay
All
to
right.
do so. And if
All right,
not,
so-
this is your warning.
Oh, right.
So-
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
There you go. So Willem Dafoe is fucking excellent in this movie.
Willem
He is
Dafoe.
so good. He is
Like,
so
my man,
fucking good.
he got back on that bike and rode it.
He absolutely did. He was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the guy who plays Doc Ock, but the guy that plays Doc
Alfred
Ock in this
Molina?
movie. Yes. He is also excellent in this film. He did so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I was like, those two characters alone like carried this movie basically.
I will say,
Mhm.
in my opinion, the weakest performance was from Tobey Maguire.
I don't know, because Tobey Maguire's version of Spider-Man is supposed to be awkward and socially inept. So him being awkward and socially inept and also being like 30 to 40 years old in the movie opposed to the other two Spider-Man, I think it fit, honestly. I think it did. And I didn't dislike his performance, because I thought he got really into the whole nerdy Spider-Man thing when they all did their little montage of trying to cure the different villains and whatnot towards the end. Like, he really got back into the nerdy, putting the glasses on, holding the vial, doing little like drops into it, and he went right back into his character like he was in the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. And I was like, okay, that's really neat. That's a cool callback. And I also like how they made fun of him and it said that he looks like a cool church pastor.
He does look like a cool church pastor.
That was one of my favorite lines in the movie. It was good. I really liked this movie, and I thought every one of the Spider-Man's characters worked the way they played them. Like Tom Holland's trying to fix everything and everyone, so even he's like, I want to fix the bad guys, and then
I like the small conversation of them both telling Andrew that he was amazing.
Yes, that one, because he felt like he did the worst as Spider-Man in the actual movies. So like that, having that conversation with him was actually really funny and very meta, and like, yeah, it was just super cool because like they also kind of pointed out how Andrew Garfield, that is his last name, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that Spider-Man, he just kind of murdered people in the last movie, just straight up, and they made that like an actual plot point. Like his rage and hatred is what caused a lot of the pain that these villains have gone through and whatnot, and Tom Holland's like, I can fix them. I just in general, I thought this movie was excellent. It was a lot of fun, and it was really sad when it needed to be, and it was very well written, and every single one of the villains that reprised their role did a great job. Little confused about Jamie Foxx's character, but I mean, he did fine.
What's the confusion that you had for him?
So, and this is what my friend talked with me about, and he had the same problem. His problem was that Jamie Foxx's character knew Peter, and he didn't in the movies.
What do you mean?
Didn't know that Peter was Spider-Man, and he knew that Peter was Spider-Man in this film.
I'm trying to remember. Because I rewatched both Amazing Spider-Man movies before watching this movie, and I'm trying to remember the reason why he knew that, and it's
the way it was explained to me, and I had to think back on it, was like he idolized Peter for saving him. No, he idolized Spider-Man for saving him. But in this one, when they were talking about Peter openly, because the ones that knew who Peter was and that he was Spider-Man, and they were having that conversation, he talked about Peter openly like he knew he was Spider-Man. He was never taken back by the other people being like, yeah, Peter's Spider-Man. There was never a moment where that happened. So he just was going along with the conversation like, yeah, I knew Peter was Spider-Man all along. And so it was really weird that happened, and it didn't really make sense, but it was fine otherwise. Also, like, he was a little too easily manipulated by Goblin. Like, I get that's what Green Goblin does, but he was just like very easily manipulated. Like, they clearly saw how well Doc Ock took to things and how he was okay with everything. And then like he's like, yeah, man, this feels weird. And like, they were trying to do the reactor core thing like they did with Iron Man with Jamie Foxx's character with Electro. But like he essentially Green Goblin was just like, no, we're not doing that, ha ha ha. And then Jamie Foxx was like, yeah, I'm right, yeah, I'm with him, fuck that, we're not doing that. And I'm just like, dude, like 3 seconds ago you were totally fine.
Yeah, that is weird. And the other thing that was weird too is like when he sees Andrew Garfield, like, you're just a kid. I'm like, this man is like 35.
I did like his comment when he saw Andrew Garfield take off the Spider-Man mask. He's like, man, I thought you'd be black. I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man out there somewhere. He's like, you're from Queens, bro. That's what I expected. It's what he said. And I'm just sitting there like, Miles Morales? Are we gonna get Miles Morales? I really want Miles Morales in the Spider-Man universe. Please bring us Miles Morales. Because Miles Morales, in my opinion, is just a better Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I want to say overall, like, that movie was just really, really good, and I liked how
definitely
a lot of like things that happened were explained. Like, the whole Venom thing was funny to me.
Oh yeah, the end credits scene.
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, that was good.
So do you know why people were confused about that?
Because it was only people that knew Peter was Spider-Man that should have been there, but Venom doesn't know that, which is also the reason why people were confused as to why.
Venom does know that because Venom's a hive mind. That's
right. That was what was explained to me. Yeah, he's a hive mind, so he has all knowledge, period. But Tom Hardy's character doesn't know that. So
no.
He really shouldn't have been there. It should have just been Venom.
Well, since Tom Hardy and Venom are one.
Yeah, but Venom doesn't allow him to have all of the knowledge because he says it would like fucking fry his brain. Remember? I think
Yes.
that's what it was. So,
But what I'm saying is, I feel like Venom could not exist in that universe without
Yeah.
him being attached to Tom Hardy. So like they just both got pulled.
yeah,
Um,
and they just
But
had
yeah.
drinks at a bar the whole time.
but it just makes me super excited for what we're gonna see with the Doctor Strange movie, because that shit's gonna be wild.
Doctor
and
Strange
very
was
excited.
also excellent in this film. I really
Yeah.
liked that. The entire mirror universe was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That was such a like awesome thing to see.
Mhm.
I loved this movie. It was great.
I want to get tickets for Morbius because I feel like Andrew Garfield's gonna be in that one as well.
So, I'm just not watching films in theaters anymore currently.
That's fair.
I can't do it.
That's
And
fair.
it really upsets me because it's like one of my favorite things to do, but like, yeah, I got to think about other people. So,
No, that's fair. Honestly,
yeah.
I fully believe. I fully am with you with that.
So I have to wait for movies to come to, what do you call it now? Digital now.
Netflix.
No. This was on demand, so I bought it.
So yeah. But yeah, no, I'm glad you liked it. I was really excited to hear what you had to say about it because I know you like the Spider-Mans.
I do. I like pretty much all superhero films and series. I really like watching them, but I like the ones that do something different a lot more. Like I couldn't watch Eternals. Yeah, I tried.
I wanted to watch Eternals, and I was like, do I really need to?
Yeah. And my friend and me talked about that one though, and he is like, I can just explain to you like why that movie was bad, and also give you the plot of that movie, and then you'll instantly know why it's bad. And essentially he told me, he's like, yeah, so Eternal's plot is like you're in act 3 of Endgame and that's the whole movie. And I'm just like, why would they do that?
I remember one thing that I keep seeing was like there was a whole controversy because they were like, we can't like step in on certain things, and like one of them was like, well, why didn't you stop the Holocaust? And they're like,
oh my god,
can we move on?
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I want to see. I haven't wanted to see any Marvel things lately. Like since after I saw Endgame, I've just been like, I don't really care. And then I watched Loki. Loki I watched because I felt like after I saw the first episode of Loki, I was like, this is something different and this is excellent. And then I watched all of Loki and I really enjoyed Loki. I keep being told to watch WandaVision. I haven't watched the Netflix shows
WandaVision's very good. WandaVision's very good, yeah.
Basically, everyone's told me WandaVision's like a show you would like, more or less, from knowing my taste. They are like, yeah, you'd really like WandaVision. It's like, okay, well, I'll watch it eventually. And yeah, I love Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is actually my favorite character in the entire Marvel universe. So I don't like him outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I think Benedict Cumberbatch just does such a good job, and he's so charismatic that it's just like, I like that man, and I like his character.
Yeah.
And then like you read the actual comic, and it's like, all right, here's 30 pages of exposition. Oh, and here's the actual story. Okay, bye. And it's just, I don't really, I can't get into Doctor Strange comics. I've tried in the past, but they just drone on and on and on. But yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch is just really good in general. So there's that. Did I see Matt Smith in a trailer for Morbius or whatever the fuck it is?
Matt Smith is in Morbius, yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's enough for me to be like, I'm interested. But again,
well, I also like what's his name, Jared Leto. I think he's quite good in those weird movies.
Oh, that's who that was. I was like, why does this man look so familiar?
It's Jared Leto.
Yeah,
I want to see that new Apple TV show he's in. That looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like WeWork, I think it's called. Yeah,
he's just really good at playing like weird, quirky kind of characters. So like, I'm excited for Morbius because of that.
Yeah, I like Jared Leto. I didn't like his Joker though.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I think the issue with his Joker was that his Joker actually got ripped up and torn up so much in the rewrites because apparently they were like, it's too dark, remove it. And so, like, he just got completely fucked over. So I don't even know if his Joker being bad is his fault or
No,
like the actual
that's
company's
WB.
fault. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
WB.
Yeah, because like Jared Leto's great.
Yeah.
He's in one of my favorite movies, but it's not a good. Okay, it is a really good movie, but it's not a fun movie. I'm pretty sure Mike has seen this if I say the name, but I don't know if you have. You ever seen Requiem for a Dream, Nick?
No.
It's
I haven't either. Actually,
You haven't. All right, it is an excellent movie if you want to
I
be
know
depressed
of
the
it.
rest of the day. But it is just an excellent and very well made movie. I highly, highly recommend it if you're in a good mental state and can sit down and like watch something that you know is very fucked up. I highly recommend watching Requiem for a Dream. It's one of my favorites, but I would never be like, this is a fun movie. Go see this movie. I can never do that to somebody because it's fucking devastating. But it's very well made and very well written, and like everything about it's just fantastic. But it's not a fun movie.
Fair.
I feel the same way, I guess, about Donnie Darko. Also, I think both of those movies are like
Yeah, I've seen Donnie Darko.
They're
Donnie
not-
Darko is weird.
they're not on the same level. Like Requiem for a Dream is a lot more depressing, but they have the same kind of feel to me where it's like I could watch both of these movies, but it's not for fun. It's because I want to see a good movie or I just like these films in general. Like if someone's never watched it, I'd watch those with them. I guess same with Memento. You guys seen Memento?
yes,
No.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Actually, Brandon, you would probably like this. I don't think you have Apple TV though, right?
I do not. I don't have anything Apple related. But what is it?
What's it called? Severance. It's one of their new
Severance.
shows they just put out.
Is that
It's
another?
really good.
Is that another Jared Leto thing? Is
No, this
just
one's
like-
not Jared Leto. This one's got what's his name? I have to look him up. He looks old as fuck right now.
I found it already.
Adam Scott.
Oh,
is that his name?
Yeah, it's got Adam Scott in it. I like Adam Scott.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting concept, and like it
Mhm.
sounds dumb, and then like the more that you see, like as they do it, like it
Christopher
really
Walken's
fleshes
in
out.
this? Yo,
Oh yeah,
Sick.
Christopher Walken's in it.
I love Christopher Walken.
Is there another famous person in there? I think so. But the idea of the show is like these people work at this corporation as part of their like employment like obligation contract. They have to agree to
Mhm.
be like severed, which basically like their work and their like home memories are like separated. So it's like you have like
Interesting.
two different personalities. Like the people on the show, like they describe it as like
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 a
an
s-
entirely different person.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
Severance
you-
package, is that where they're getting like the name as like a joke and then like taking it full on more or less?
I think the joke is like severance is in like they're separated, but yeah,
Yeah.
then also like severance is in like separating from your job or whatever. So, but yeah, so it just gets really interesting because it's like if you think about it, it's like you show up at work at 9:00
Hmm.
and like your next memory is leaving at 5, and then meanwhile,
Oh.
the people who are like your identity at work, you know, they arrive at 9 in the morning and they leave at 5, and next thing you know, they're back at work again. Like it never like
This
it's
sounds
just-
very David Lynch-esque.
it's like it's surprisingly it's like a Ben Stiller produced it. I want to say.
Well, okay, so Ben Stiller can actually make really good shit if he wants to make it. And then sometimes he'll just do stuff like Adam Sandler. It's just like Adam Sandler with Uncut Gems. He can make really good shit. It's just it's way easier to make shit and then go on vacation with your friends.
True. Yeah, no, this is like wild. I think there's like 6 episodes out so far, yeah.
And this is made by Dan Erickson, actually.
And so DJ I started watching
I
it,
guess
like
Ben Stiller
gets
just gave them
crazy.
the money for it. The looks of
yeah,
it.
I mean that's usually what happens with producers. They're like,
Mhm.
"Hey, it's a cool idea. Here you go. I'm behind it."
Oh
And
no,
maybe
he
they'll put
directed
some-
it. Neat. Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
So there you go, yeah. No, but I like highly recommend it. Like it's like it takes some like wild turns that I like never
Okay.
would have thought about. And then like even like some like ethical discussions on there too. Like one of the people in like the office like does not want to be there,
Okay.
but like their outside body wants them there. So it's
Oh.
like it's like it gets really
Very weird.
interesting and very dark.
Okay, I'll have to see this. Don't tell me anymore because I actually want to see this. This sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
I wouldn't even say it's a spoiler. Like you find that out in like the beginning. Like it's
Okay.
not even, but you don't know how it
I'm
progresses.
just sitting here like Adam Scott. What did I like him in? And I was like, oh yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, I was gonna say Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
yeah.
Parks and Rec was what I knew him from, and also he did. Did you guys ever see what show was it? The
Drunk History,
oh fuck, it's a British show.
Step Brothers.
Like
Oh, he was in Krampus. That's such a good film.
Oh, that was good
Fuck.
too.
Yeah.
The IT Crowd. I know. Like he did.
I know of it. I've never sat down and watched it, but I know.
So
what you're
they
talking about.
tried to do like a US reboot of it. Like it just did a pilot, but I just remember it was like one of the weirdest things because there's 3 characters in like the UK show, and like for some reason they brought one of them over onto the US pilot, and then just replaced the other 2 characters with like US US actors, and one of them was Adam Scott, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing. Like it's literally, it was like the same script. They just changed
That's
2 of the
weird.
actors.
He's also on Eastbound
Super
and
weird.
Down. Really good show. I love. Sorry, I'm just literally going through his IMDb at the moment. I want to watch Krampus again now. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I mean, seasonally, it's not appropriate anymore, but I mean, why not?
No.
Wait. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever.
There was one show that I found on, what was it, like the AMC network that popped up, and it's the dumbest looking horror movie, and I really want to watch it.
What's
You've
it called?
probably seen it. Psycho Gorman.
Oh, dude, that's a good fucking movie.
It looks so dumb. I love it.
It's done on purpose that way. It's supposed to look dumb. It's fantastic though.
Oh, I figured because it's got a little girl like pushing him around.
Yeah.
It looks so dumb. I love it.
Yeah. I'm actually supposed to rewatch that with my friend. I think it might be on Shudder. Shudder has like the best horror films.
So it wasn't on Shudder specifically, but it was in like the AMC because Shudder's part of AMC.
Okay.
So it was like one of those channels had it, but it wasn't Shudder specifically when I found it, and I was like, that's weird. But I'm like, whatever. It was probably just like AMC, like regular.
I see.
Yeah. I also saw, and I know it's one we've talked about before, and I've never watched it, but like the ABCs of Death, the second one.
Shudder actually has Psycho Goreman now. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay.
It was added last year.
Oh, maybe it was in there. It didn't show up in the app when I looked for it. It just said it was like, I think it just said it was part of AMC.
Oh! This reminds me of another thing that's on Shudder. That if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. Have you seen One Cut of the Dead?
Mm-mm.
Okay, now hear me out. I can't say anything about it. All I can say is it's something you should watch. And even though obviously it sounds like a zombie film and everything, please go into it with an open mind. It is fan-fucking-tastic and highly worth watching. It was a Shudder exclusive for a long time. I'm not sure if it still is, but it is a excellent movie.
Oh, it's got 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, it is fantastic.
All right, I just added it to my playlist.
Very nice. If you watch that anytime soon, please let me know your thoughts on it. Because everyone that I have watched that with, I've seen it 4 times, I think. It's not that long of a movie. And that's why I've seen it so many times. But everyone has some kind of thoughts on it. A lot of people are very good thoughts. And then several people who don't get cinema or are expecting something that their thoughts aren't as good. And I'm just like,
100%.
yeah.
It's got 95 reviews. Yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out.
I'm just talking about movies now, and I'm having fun. Sorry, I'm so off track right now.
I mean, I don't even know what else we had to talk about news.
I don't.
Some news things.
Yeah, I wrote something down in there.
Yeah, I wrote some stuff down too.
Let me. Oh no, I went too far down. Shit, I gotta write the last. Yeah, there we go. That's the last part of that
Right.
news
Well, you guys
story.
ready to talk about news then?
Yeah.
News.
Oh yeah, sorry. News.
All right. What we got?
Oh, okay, that's right. I did write things down.
Yeah, I was like, I only wrote one of these things down.
Next Witcher game got announced, and it's using Unreal Engine 5.
Makes me wonder.
So that's
Epic
cool.
Game exclusive?
They said no, but it's a CD Projekt Red.
It is liars, though.
They also said that they weren't switching Cyberpunk 2077 over to UE5, but who knows?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a thing. That's the thing. So, Witcher is continuing with UE5. And
Where do they go from here? Do they even need to do
know.
more Witcher? I mean, whatever.
It's a whole new thing from what they're saying. Like, it's a...
New characters? Just in
Yeah.
the same universe? Okay. Well, all right.
The next thing I put down.
Yes.
Ilphonic is making a 4v1 Ghostbusters game.
Of course they fucking are. Is that all they can do? Is that all they know how to do? Is make
Maybe.
4v1 games?
I mean, like, I'm tempted by the fact that it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but
like
maybe
Ghostbusters.
don't
But maybe
trust
not.
Ilphonic.
But maybe, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust Ilphonic.
Here, let me just go ahead and put this
'Cause
into
they
perspective.
suck.
So they've made Friday the 13th the game, Dead Alliance, and Predator Hunting Grounds.
Yep.
All of those are, if I'm not mistaken, 4v1 games.
I think so.
No, it looks like Dead Alliance is a shitty horde-based shooter.
It's a 1v4.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, just horde. It's just a ripoff of Call of Duty Zombies.
Very good. So, yeah, I'm excited because I like the IP, but I don't care for the studio.
They're not a very good studio, are they?
No.
Oh, and they made Arcadegeddon also. That one game that they showed a trailer for that was like, this game, you can create any game you want as long as it looks like this game. And then it was like, all right,
This game
I guess.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was like a battle royale. No, it's not. It's fucking weird. That's what it is. It doesn't look good, but it's fucking weird. We'll get. Don't matter. Anyway, just they don't make good games.
And then the last thing I put in the news because I thought it was fucking hilarious. Did you guys see the Sonic and Knuckles controllers?
I have not, but I would
No,
like to.
Oh,
I need this.
Okay, do not Google it because I
Okay.
will find it for you.
Okay.
I need a live
Alright.
slug reaction from both of you.
Okay, all right, good. Just put it in general chat, and I will give you my live reaction.
Yep. Was it from Xbox? Yes. There they are. Glory to God. All right, here we go. Now, real quick before I share this image,
Okay.
I want you to think about if you were tasked with designing a controller for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, if you had to design one controller based off of Knuckles and one controller based off of Sonic, right? And I want you to think of the absolute worst thing you could come up with.
Actually, putting spikes on the Knuckles one,
Okay.
like on the hand grips,
Either of them would be.
and then
I need
spikes on
you-
the top for the Sonic one.
Okay.
Maybe
Like, or even like on the back, right?
There it is.
Wait, those are literally furry controllers.
They're fuzzy.
These are real.
These are real.
These are not real. There's no fucking way.
There is a Sonic Xbox sweepstakes going on right now. If you follow and retweet from the official Xbox account, Xbox Sonic 2 sweepstakes for a chance to win Sonic 2 Xbox Series S custom console and
Is that furry
controllers.
too?
That I did not see.
I've seen that console. I've seen this picture before. I thought it was a fucking Photoshop. The console is a Xbox Series S, and the speaker grill is the golden ring.
Yeah. Now here's something else. Here's a
What
picture of
the
people
fuck?
holding these things in their hands. They are real.
These are insane, dude. You get Doritos dust on this once, and it's fucking gone.
Yeah. Or anything sticky, God forbid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, any sort of. I mean, like I don't know what.
Why would you make these? I want them, but why would you make these?
So the one on the left, the Knuckles one, reminds me. You ever see the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's getting chased by that big?
Yeah,
red monster?
the big red monster. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of my
what that
favorite
one
Bugs
looks
Bunny
like.
cartoons.
Yeah, that was actually very good.
Yeah.
The blue one is like, it's like they skinned a Furby.
No, so
Or Cookie Monster.
that's what I was gonna say. Cookie Monster. Yeah, it's like Cookie
Yeah.
Monster.
So it's incredible. I
That's
think.
fucking weird. If these were like available to purchase, I might have bought one because of the.
It gotta be warm.
My hands sweat, so this is probably good. I'm
It's
just
gotta
kidding.
be warm.
Probably fly right out of your hands. Like, I imagine it's slippery.
I
Yeah, probably.
hope you can take the fur off and like wash it?
No, it's literally glued on.
Because like what I'd like to see is if whoever wins this, I'd like, can you like use it for a year and then
Oh,
post pictures
no.
when you're done,
Uh,
just so I can see what has happened over the past year.
yikes.
It's gonna be like one sticky mass.
Why are all the quills standing straight out? It's wild. So it's gross. It's horrifying. I want it, but like that shouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So figured you would enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't.
You
I
do.
don't.
You do.
Brandon, you should win it.
I want it.
If not, then you should make it.
See if I can get Katie to make it. She's really good at arts
I
and
think
crafts
I
stuff.
want to one up them and like get like an Xbox controller and like bread it and fry it, and just be like, what about this?
I just want to fucking hell. Just skin a rabbit and put that on the fucking controller. Yikes. Just fucking yikes.
Yeah.
Man.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, so the last one I wrote, it's Gran Turismo 7. Yikes. You guys
Yikes.
seen anything about this game yet?
I've seen that it's been getting like 7s and 8s.
Oh,
Is this the game where
that was before the recent update. Nick,
Is this the
you ready
DLC
for
where
this?
it's, like,
No.
Market
Oh.
price?
Oh no.
What's-
You're gonna love this.
I don't
Alright, so-
play Gran Turismo, so I
Alright.
don't know.
All right. So the most recent update came out, and it took the money that you earn from races down to 30% of what it was the first week the game released.
Okay.
Also, they added microtransactions and upped the price very highly on the microtransactions. Also, they have a season pass. Also, they have a battle pass like thing and DLC. So basically, they've now made it so you can earn so little money that it nearly forces you to their microtransactions to progress in the game because of how little money you get. The microtransactions that were added were to buy the money that they took away from people with the most recent patch that people were already earning just by playing. You have to earn the money in this game through playing and grinding to be able to buy, higher powered cars to be able to continue the single player. Now, that's pretty bad. That's very bad.
Yeah, that's
But-
not okay.
But wait, there's more.
No.
So, the servers were down for a while, and that's bad. You can't boot the game if the servers are down. Period. It
Ruh-roh.
boots to nothing. And when the servers came down for a while, when people were complaining and everything in the first week, you could bet your ass when the servers came back up, that's when those microtransactions were introduced, and those servers ain't been doing so bad since then. So, several
They're
people
geniuses.
are assuming that the reason for the server outages the first week was just so people couldn't grind out the stuff they needed to do, so they would be forced more so into the microtransactions that they added this past week with the newest update. And I mean, it's really bad. Like, it's very, very bad. And like I said, if the server does go out, you can't even boot single player. You just get to the main menu and then it tells you there are server issues and it kicks you back out of the game. So that's it. You have essentially, if the servers go down for this game, nothing to play. You can't even start it up. So there's always online DRM for the game, even with the single player aspect of it. They've added microtransactions. They've given you less money from what they gave you the other week when the game first launched. Not even halving the money, but only giving you 30% of the payout that they used to give you. And the payout's so low now that it's easier just to pay them for the microtransactions, which are absorbent fees, in order to keep playing the game that you purchased, starting at $70, by the way.
That's the lowest price.
That's the lowest price.
That's hilarious, actually.
But that's for the game itself. The microtransactions, I think, start at 25 or 35, somewhere in there. But
Okay.
the game itself is like a $70 game. And that's even, I think, for the PS4 version. So it's one of those get fucked situations. So you get fucked by the season pass, you get fucked by the DLC, you get fucked by the servers being out, and you get fucked by all the microtransactions. And
So
they
this
literally nerfed. There's no this has now been rated the lowest PlayStation first-party title ever released across any of their platforms.
Nice.
So this Forbes article has some of the prices because I think it's important to point out.
Okay.
So this is what the guy says. He says he notes that a Porsche 919 Hybrid 16, which can be bought for $2.99 in Gran Turismo Sport, can only be bought for 3 million credits, which would require the player to spend at least $40. And it also goes on to say, apparently in a pre-release state of play video, some legendary cars cost as much as 20 million credits. That's $200 in real money.
Not good.
Yeah. Yep.
That's wild.
It's insane. It's insane.
There's no way this is like...
Legal?
Well, I mean, it's legal. Like, there's nothing that says you can't sell fake cars for whatever. But there's no way this is going to make them any money, right?
No, absolutely not. This is just going to kill the franchise. Like,
Yeah.
then they're going to be like, why is no one playing Gran Turismo no more? It can't be the fact that we tried to charge people $700 for some cars in a game.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
several of
insane.
the before shown things, those cars were included in the game and, like, not locked behind a nearly literal paywall now. So,
That's insane.
Love it.
Well, I mean, Sony's got to get back. Sony's got to be able to afford a AAA studio somehow.
I think
I
you
think
mean Sony's got to find a way to shoot themselves in the foot again somehow. It's like, Sony, you did such a decent job recently. What are you doing? No, they haven't recently. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
Because, like, Horizon Forbidden West isn't very good. Their game's quality is being brought into question with several of their PlayStation 5 titles. They've made it so that if you own a PlayStation 5 and you're logged in on PS5, you can't go to the PS4 portion of the store and buy games for $60 instead of $70, thus locking you into purchasing the $70 version, even if there is a free upgrade with the $60 version. I found that out the hard way. They've done things such as, like, just completely abandon games that they've been working on. They've done things such as the microtransactions that they're doing currently. And then they're now, like we were talking before, they bought a new studio, one that hasn't even released a fucking game yet.
Yeah,
Like-
we didn't talk about that in this episode, I don't think. It was before the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was Jade Raymond's studio, right? Was that the
Yep.
one we're
I
talking
think
about?
so, yeah.
Who, like, has never put out a game.
Never. Yeah.
Like, I think we talked about it when, like, she
Not
like,
only
started
that, but
working with her.
she just quit Google Stadia and then joined up with Sony. And then Sony was like, have a lot of money for your new studio that you've created. And it's like, what games do they have? Nothing yet. What?
What dirt does Jade Raymond have on the industry?
That's,
'cause,
I
like,
mean,
her-
yeah.
I mean, because, like, her last, like, notable game was, like, Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah. I don't
Like, I
know,
just-
man. It's fucking weird right now.
Like, I just don't understand why anyone would be like, that is a great idea.
I think the thing that got me the most is that if you have the privilege of owning a PlayStation 5, you can't buy the PS4 version of a game on your PS5. You can't
That
do
is
it
weird.
anymore.
Can you do it online at least?
Yes, you can. You can only do it through their server because
Like
you're not
web
logged into the
browser.
PS5. If you're in the PS5, they try to lock you into paying that extra $10, even if you don't have to. Like,
can
it
you
is
buy-
very. Huh?
So, other random question.
Yes.
So you can't go and buy, like, the $60 version game.
Yes.
But can you buy, like, PlayStation 4 games that are not
Yes.
on PlayStation 5? Okay.
Yes. It's very scummy. I noticed it recently when I bought Horizon Forbidden West, which I still haven't played, by the way. When I bought that for my birthday, I bought Horizon Forbidden West, but, like, when I logged onto my PS5, it was only showing me the $70 edition, and I knew there was a free upgrade. So then I logged into my my PlayStation Plus account on the browser, and then I could see the PS4 version, and I could purchase it, which gave me the free upgrade to the PS5 version for only $60. So I was just sitting here like, this is so fucking scummy that they would do this shit to you. Like, that sucks. That's actual garbage.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. I mean, like, oh, you got one of our consoles and you're one of the few people that actually has one because we can't keep them in stock because of everything that's going on, which is understandable with the chip shortage and everything. But to punish the people for having your most recent console and try to nickel and dime more shit out of them, that's just fucking garbage.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, my guess is probably some of it is like the third parties probably wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, as much as I'd like to blame Sony for all of it, and I'm sure they're definitely part of it.
Only locks you into the $70 version if you're on the PlayStation 5. If you're on a PS4 or if you're on like the browser or the mobile, you can buy the $60 edition with the free upgrade.
Oh no. I'm just trying to say, I'm sure like it wasn't just Sony that was behind it. I'm sure like Ubisoft was like, I don't want people buying the $60.
That would make sense if the game I was purchasing wasn't a first party Sony title.
Well, I'm sure Sony probably doesn't want it either. I'm just saying.
My point is, I think it's Sony. I really think it's Sony. I'm going to be honest. I think it's Sony. I don't agree with what you're saying because of the fact that the game I was trying to purchase was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, I just figured it was probably like everyone, not just a one-person thing. I'm trying to be an optimist, Brandon, that everyone's a shithead.
You shouldn't for Sony currently. You really shouldn't for Sony currently. They've been like big, massive shitheads since the PS5 dropped. There are two people right now that I'm just like, I won't give you the benefit of the doubt, and it's Nintendo and Sony. I can't give either of them the benefit of the doubt right now. They're both not on equal level of shitheadness, but like they both have shitheadness in them right now. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy their games, but I could definitely say something's wrong with both of their departments currently.
I think though, like it's just Nintendo's just their usual, just we do what we do.
Yes,
kind of
that's true. But Sony feels like they're going out of their way to be confrontational and to be pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's we've been talking about it for at least 2 or 3 years now. It's Sony's,
and then there's other companies I can point to as well, like Gearbox, for instance. Like Gearbox is forcing the first $70 full price like title that you absolutely can only buy at $70 on Xbox. So there's that, and it's like, okay, well that's kind of shit. Because Xbox has their whole smart delivery. Yeah. Which allows you to buy a game for like $60 or whatever, and you get that version for like $60 and yada 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 blah blah blah. Gearbox put their foot down, was like, no, Tiny Tina's is $70 everywhere. Fuck you. And for a long time, it was that way on PC also. And then everyone was like, all right, then I'm just not gonna fucking buy it. And they were like, oh shit, no, $60 not on PC. Yep. But they took those first pre-orders at $70, and you can bet your ass they didn't give that money back because they're pieces of shit. I don't like Gearbox. I hate them. I hate them so much. By the way, next week I'll be talking about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and letting you know how shit it is.
Maybe you'll really like it.
I don't know. All I know is that my friend was like, hey, what are you doing this week? I was like, I don't know. He's like, you're playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm buying you a copy. And I was like, I don't want to give Gearbox money. And he's like, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. And I was like, fuck. So I guess I'm playing that this week.
Yeah, barely.
Fuck Gearbox. Fuck Sony. Less of a fuck Nintendo. But Nintendo does some fuckable things as well.
They all do. I mean, you can't really like be like, none of these companies are like perfect.
I don't think any company is perfect, but I really think that some of the shit that those three and several others have done are just straight up like garbage tier.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get over the fact that Sony, like, for the PlayStation 5, like, because the PlayStation 5 is sold very poorly in Japan in general. And, like, the way they were so, like, confrontational and pieces of shit to the, like, community that originally gave them their business in the first place. Because if you don't know, the PlayStation 5 is the first console that was released in Japan where they were like, fuck you, we're using the American everything, and you don't get a say so. And several Japanese companies are like, all right, well, we're going to release the Japanese version that has this. And they're like, no, we're going to edit your game before it even makes it to shelves. So, like, it's been a shit show with Sony this generation. So. But they make really good games sometimes. And I hope they continue to make really good games. Because they're definitely killing their third-party support very quickly.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Which is why I also think why they're like buying up so many studios, because they're like, they don't want to be our friends, so I'll just buy them and make them my friends. It's just mismanagement everywhere right now. It's whatever.
Yeah. I'm sure shit will come back around sooner than later.
And it's mismanagement. You saw the Netflix thing recently also? It was like, that's fucking... You guys need to fucking calm down. The thing they're testing in, I think it's Portugal currently.
Yeah,
the,
it's like
the
it's
password thing.
Yeah,
like
they're having
Portugal, Chile, and like Costa Rica or something.
Yeah, the password sharing thing where it's like you would have to pay extra to have other people on your account, and it's like, guys, you even yourselves had like endorsed this in your actual write-ups that you shared with people. And information and stuff. Like you actually were actively okay with this. You've not been in the past, and you've fought against it, but you always come back to being like, it's fine, there's no problem with it. But now you're like, no, give us more money, fuck you. And it's like at the worst time to be doing so.
DJ and I were even talking about it too, because he's spends a lot of time in Mississippi right now for school, and we're like, well,
better invest in a VPN.
I think we would just cancel Netflix at that point.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. And it's like, if that's going to be the case, like they're going to pull a Blockbuster where they just kill themselves by making stupid moves repeatedly.
Yeah. And for us specifically, it's not like I'm sharing. Like, I'm not even sharing it with my family. It's literally just the two of us. We're married, and it's like our home address is the same. It's just like for a few months a year, he's not here. So it's like, to just be like, you need to get a second, like, you need to pay for this extra access or whatever. I'd be like, fuck off. Not doing it. It's not, Netflix, honestly, like, I would
Netflix
not.
Netflix hasn't been good lately.
There's some things I like on it. Like, I am really excited for, because he's talking about just even dropping it now that they raised the prices. And I was like, well, we'll wait till the end of April because the second season of Russian Dolls is coming out, and I really want to watch that.
I want to see the new Stranger Things, and that's all I really care about right now.
Yeah. But
that and JoJo, because JoJo's now owned by Netflix, so I'm just like, fuck.
But I go like months and months and months and months and months without watching Netflix. DJ watches it more than I do. So I'm like, I really don't care. I get more out of the other shows, the other channels than this one, so I'm like, I wouldn't miss it. Honestly, like Apple TV, like I've just been so thrilled with that. And it's like one of the cheaper ones out of all of them. And just, I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of content. It's its own stuff, but it just keeps on putting out bangers. And I'm just like, okay, but that's fine. I usually just have something new to watch there, and I'm good. So, I don't know. And then even then, it's like just some of the other stuff is just, you get so much from like Paramount, or you even have like Tubi. Tubi's free and it has like 1.5 billion things on it. Like, I love Tubi, and I'm always surprised all the stuff that's on there, and it's not censored either. You just have to watch 2 commercials every once in a while.
Dude, Tubi has all of Yu-Gi-Oh on it.
Yo.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's actually a really fun show to watch. Go back and watch Yu-Gi-Oh. You'll have a fucking blast. It's not good, but that's why it's so fun to watch. I mean, okay, I don't think I've mentioned this with you before, because I've talked about it with other people, but like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, that show, like in the first season, there's a man, like a pretty much grown ass man that's playing Yu-Gi-Oh, who is a billionaire, and he literally stands on the edge of a castle, and he's like, if you attack me, Yugi, then I will plummet to my death. Do you want that on your mind? Do you want to live with yourself? Because of that, it's like, bruh, it's a fucking children's card game. Calm your ass down. You remember that, right, Nick? Fucking Seto Kaiba just stands on the edge of the building. If you hit me with your next attack, I will plummet to my death. And it's just like, dude, it's It's a card game, man. Come on. Fuck. Yu-Gi-Oh's got a lot of moments where it's just like, bruh. So yeah, I guess that's it.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else to talk about before we wrap up?
No, I'm good.
No, not really.
Okay. Well then, thank you everyone for listening to us tonight. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, or you can send us email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon,
Hello.
and final thoughts?
No.
All right, Nick?
Nada.
All right then. Well, my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me online at Clash of Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Gamers.
A new Cyberpunk patch came out today.
Oh, nice.
What did it do?
Nothing.
Fixed an issue where reaccount your name highlighted in the house. Alright, cool. There's a Stadia specific patch note for this. Is enabled aggressive crowds on Stadia. Those are the Stadia. Those are the Stadia owners.
Stadia owners have been like, "Where are my aggressive crowds?"
This game seems great, but it would be really better if it had some aggressive crowds.
I know you're
don't
making
give
a
me
joke, but
aggressive crowds.
you know,
I'm going to a different system.
there's actually an option in the game for that. The way it works is you can choose between light, medium, high, and aggressive for the crowd density. And depending on what your CPU is, it recommends different ones on PC.
Well, it doesn't matter for Stadia.
Yeah, it doesn't. That means it's a good thing they finally enabled the aggressive crowds so they can have the whole crowd density, which is pretty cool.
Maybe they're just saying Stadia is not aggressive.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'll put that in there.
Stadia is not aggressive.